Tonight, from across Australia and around the world, it's time to look back and unpack the week from the cheap seats with special guests, journalist Andrea Crothers and netball legend Bianca Chatfield. And now, here are your hosts, Melanie, Bracewell and Tim McDonald.
Great to have your company as we look back on the last 7 days.
Lots happening this week. Let's start with that major summit.
The government's highly anticipated economic reform roundtable is getting underway in Canberra.
Anthony Albanese hosting the Treasurer at the Lodge, joined by the Prime Ministerial dog, Toto.
Economic leaders, business heavyweights.
They're building a yellow brick road, I believe.
Yes.
These are some very serious discussions.
Huge.
I think people understand that we can't solve every challenge in our economy in 3 days, but the best way to make progress is to try and make progress together.
This is insane. He's normally not allowed on the couch, and I'm talking about Jim Chalmers there, but he's pushing for a 4-day walk week.
Okay. and guys, if Tim's not here next week, it's because he's gone to live on the farm.
Move on. Do not applaud that. Let's head to the US.
A historic meeting involving several European leaders, Ukraine's President Zelensky and Mr. Trump at the White House.
This happened this morning our time, a major gathering of European leaders, President Zelensky and Donald Trump at the White House.
A roundtable on the Ukraine crisis, and Donald Trump went round the table introducing the leaders.
President Stubb of Finland, and he's somebody that, where are we here, huh? Where? Oh. You look better than I've ever seen you look.
Oh, my God. In Trump's defence, it was very hard to see the Finnish Prime Minister. There he is. Directly in his line of sight.
Easy to miss. He flies under the radar.
It is
Of
tough.
course, these talks come off the back of that historic summit.
That major summit.
The high-stakes summit.
Summit.
The Trump-Putin meeting. Plus, we'll introduce you to Maple, a beekeeping dog.
I reckon we stick with the summit 10 years.
They're eating the beekeeping dogs.
Good to see that impression has got no better since I left. This was the big summit, huge summit in Anchorage, Alaska, between Trump and Vladimir Putin.
All eyes were on Alaska.
Alaska was a Russian colony until 1867, when the government sold it to the US for $7.2 million, or just a bit more than $150 million today.
It is amazing to note that Alaska is as valuable as 10 years of the Kyle and Jackie O show.
Wow.
It's amazing, isn't it? What would you rather have? Anyway. So what was Donald Trump saying before this summit?
I don't want to use the word divvy things up, but, you know, to a certain extent, it's not a bad term, okay? As to boundaries, lands, et cetera,
Divvy things up, etc., etc.
Yeah, yada, 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 Donbass, yada, yada, yada.
We use terms like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, but...
Shotgun Kiev, that's what you would do. You gotta call it. We heard a lot of experts over the last few days.
I don't think we're quite there yet.
I feel like whenever they talk to an expert or as an interview, they feel like they have to have books in their background to make it... I read, actually.
Yes, the more books in the background, the better the expert. So he's standing in front of a library, so he's a genius.
Yes. Meanwhile, we heard from some other experts.
That's the point when I was like,
There's certainly a middle ground. He's waiting for the movie to come out. More of a Kindle guy.
So that's the US side. Let's turn to the Russians.
On Russian TV this morning, the news that Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin would meet.
It was a big week this week on Russian state TV. Not only news of the summit, but of course the return of Dancing with the Tsars on Monday night.
That's amazing.
Followed, of course, by opposition leaders behaving very badly. That was Tuesday.
That's a ratings juggernaut, isn't it?
We saw the new season of The Real Babushkas of Beverly Hills on Wednesday.
Incredible.
And, of course, rounding out the lineup, we've got Air Crash, No Need for Investigations.
An incredible lineup.
Lots happening.
There's a lot
Lots
happening.
happening.
There's a lot happening.
Tune in.
We learned some interesting info about the Russian side. Now, we know that Putin takes a lot of precautions with security.
Famously cautious, armoured cars, food tasters. But we also learned this week that Putin travels with a quote-unquote poo suitcase.
I would have gone with a Putin, but I don't know. So what is
Well, we
What
laugh.
is this poo suitcase?
We laugh, but it is there to collect his stools and urine and deliver them back to Moscow.
Is that okay? Is that checked baggage or carry on? Because it's confusing.
You're only
It's on
allowed
the
7
list.
kilos.
Yeah.
He does this, apparently, to stop foreign powers from taking samples of his waste.
Oh, they're going to know how much corn he has. That's amazing.
He's so paranoid about his health. That's amazing. Back to the summit. The arrival, though, an incredible moment.
This summit may not have been made for peace, but it was definitely made for television. More Love Island than Superpower Face-Off.
More Love Island than Superpower Face-Off.
Don't want a hot new bombshell entering your villa, I think. I've got a text.
Oh, there we go.
It's from Zelensky.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Yeah. Well, then came the moment that shocked the world.
This is the moment that everybody is talking about. Putin smiling.
Chuckling. From the presidential limousine.
Save $10 now with Uber Pool. It's Putin was in the presidential beast. This was highly choreographed.
You do get the sense, though, that for how carefully planned these images are.
Very carefully planned. We've got a forehead, a scissor lift, and another guy. There we go. Carefully planned.
Well, around the world, news networks sent reporters to cover the summit.
For the start of this historic summit, our chief White House correspondent, Peter Alexander, is there now live for us.
I would have thought he'd be wearing pyjamas.
Yes, but they're crossing to David Jones shortly after that.
And Dan Murphy was on the ground.
Yeah,
because he'd had quite a lot to drink. Not the only reporter there, obviously.
New Zealand sent a big name.
So, Tom, we know that Trump and Putin are set to meet in Alaska on Friday local time.
And when I say a big name, Jesus Christ. Incredible to get his take on this. Well, Channel 9 sent reporter Reed Butler to Alaska.
I did speak to one person, guys, a local here, and I asked what she thought about the meeting, and she said, "What meeting?"
Perfect.
In Melania's defence, it is hard to keep up with what's going on. As Reed explains, though, there was a slight hiccup at the event.
US State Department planning documents were discovered by guests left on a public printer.
8 pages of leaked documents about the meeting.
Even included the menu.
The menu for the cancelled lunch, filet mignon and halibut.
Yes, and let's have a look at the menu over here.
Okay, all right.
We've got halibut, we've got a green salad with champagne vinaigrette, we've got the filet mignon with brandy sauce, creme brulee. Sadly, the lunch was cancelled when Trump found out there were vegetables. And we do actually have footage of the chefs preparing the meals. I go away for 1 week and you turn this into the morning show?
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
Well, it's funny you say that, Tim, because I have a special deal, just like Cheap Seats viewers, on a steam mop.
No, sorry, Mel, we don't have time for that. We need to...
You don't want to hear about the massage chair?
Not particularly, no. Let's move on, and after hours and hours of talks, what was the outcome?
There's no deal.
No deal.
No deal.
No deal!
Wouldn't be so excited about that.
Do not open that suitcase.
No.
On that note.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more of the Cheap Seats right after this.
Global pop star Katy Perry has snuck into, how's this?
Well, how's this? Has snuck into, Chris?
NASA.
Living outside of Australia, looking for the best place to watch, have you been paying attention? Our YouTube channel is the place you're looking for. We're releasing brand new episodes for our overseas friends of the show.
So you guys are a couple, is that what it is?
On the official Have You Been Paying Attention YouTube channel. Subscribe today.